Hello, my fellow Kenyans. Welcome back. And this is your boy, Alan Hoy, just giving you updates on what I feel and what I see that is going to happen in this country in the next elections. I've said this and I'll continue saying this again. If the current opposition leadership doesn't really reconsider some of the things that they are doing within the opposition, they will facilitate the second election of the current president, William Samoei Ruto, to be the president of Kenya from 2027 to 2032. Looking at the leadership, or looking at the coalition that has DCP, with all the opposition leaders who have come together, led by Gachagua, there is a very big problem in that party, and the problem that I'm seeing in that party is that most of those leaders want to become, or they want to be on the ballot paper in 2027, the presidential ballot paper in 2027, to be right and precise. Martha Karua has officially declared that she will be on the ballot paper in 2027. Alonso Musyoka has officially declared that he will be on the ballot paper in 2027. Matiang'i has officially declared that he will be on the ballot paper in 2027. Gachagua is the only person who cannot be on the ballot paper in 2027 if everything remains as they are, because he was impeached, unless the court nullifies that impeachment, of which we are not so sure if that will happen. So far, everything is not as fine as we would want it to be, because now the opposition is yet to clarify that who will be their flag bearer. I am not so sure who might be the flag bearer in that party, and maybe they are afraid if they tell the public who will be the flag bearer in the party currently, the government of the day will understand and start playing their politics to see on how they can unseat that person immediately. Maybe they're waiting until 2026 for them to declare who will be their flag bearer. But with the current division and the current affairs of every person pushing their own interest first in that party, will not be it's not a good sign that there will be a very good leadership and a very good cohesion in that party to make sure that they are unseating the current president. Remember, the current president, William Samoei Ruto, is not just seated there and waiting for 2027 to make sure that he gets the votes. He's working day and night to make sure that he secures the presidency in 2027 again. So the current opposition and any other person who wants to be the president in this country in 2027 must also be planning and laying a very good strategies on the ground to make sure that things get the right way as they're supposed to be. Or rather, if they don't do that, and then they're planning to fail. And that failure will be very fatal, and they will regret so much. So it's a call to the leaders, to the opposition party leaders, to reunite and rethink, call themselves a meeting and decide on who is going to be the flag bearer, and how can we make this guy more stronger in each and every region in this country for them to be able to unseat the current president in 2027 presidential general elections. But if they don't do it as soon as possible, then there will be a very good breakup in that party, and that will be a plus to the current president, William Ruto, because he will have a weaker or two weaker sides trying to oppose each other, dividing the votes and making him much stronger in between them to get the votes. Remember that politics is a game of interest, and anyone wants everything for himself, or anyone wants to be the person leading. So with the interests that are given, it's easy for one person to be bought and be told, don't worry, if we get this thing, we are going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, most people will say no one can ever trust the president. But if money is issued, there's no one who will refuse that. Currently, Patrick Osoi, the ex-military guy, has been playing the same politics, saying that he will be on the ballot paper in 2027 as the presidential candidate. But now things have changed. Now there is a party that they have formed, or a group that they have formed, that is called FBI. So I'll read this one. Gachagua has joined forces with ex-KDF officer Patrick Osoi and the former police officer Hiram Kimathi to launch a new initiative named Fighting Brutality and Impunity FBI. The trio says they will independently investigate and expose cases of extrajudicial killings across the country. We are taking it upon ourselves to document the truth, said Shakur. So this group also is in the game, and they're coming with a very different approach, and I believe that most Kenyans will love this approach so much, because Kenyans want to know the truth. And maybe once the truth has been revealed, Kenyans will decide themselves on what they are going to do next. But if Osoi wants to be on the ballot paper, I think he has much to do. For a political party, for a political party in Kenya, to present a presidential candidate, they must have grassroots support, garnered over 1 million followers and registered members. I don't know if his party, he's yet even to say which his party, what is his party. He has yet to unveil his party. So let me hope that he's not going for the presidency, because the time will not be enough for him to unveil a party in 2026 and still garner the votes in 2027. Oh, miracles do happen. A miracle can happen over here. So I don't want to talk much about this, but I think of Social's Found is much better match, or where he can work much better to try and help Kenyans to do whatever Kenyans want really to know, because Kenyans want to know the truth. But is he as par with whatever is needed? Maybe yes and maybe not. So we are waiting to see whatever will be happening next. But for the opposition, you guys, with the divisions that are in the party, you're giving the sitting president, William Ruto, a very early win in 2027, because his guys are working tirelessly and not joking, ready to make sure that things work as expected. That is it for now. Follow me on all my social media platforms and tell me what you think of whatever I've just said. Do you think it's going to be okay or it's not going to be okay? Until next time we meet, same time, same place, follow me and subscribe. My name is Alan Hoy, not your name. My name is Alan Hoy. Bye.